Hey, good morning, everybody. Don here again. It is Saturday, October 12th. It's about 5:30 in the morning, and I am heading into the tree stand that I brought in. It's a climber. I got about a mile hike in front of me, so I'm in here really early. I don't want to get sweated up. I'm going to take my time getting in there. This is the area where last year, when I was bringing this stand in, I started having my heart issues. So uh, I never did get a chance to hunt this tree stand. It's chained to a tree, and I've checked it out already this year. Everything's intact. It's good to go. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning. It's about 48 degrees. So, like I said, I got about a mile hike to get in there. So I'm gonna head on in there. See you in a bit. All right, there's the tree stand. All the pins are still secure. Let me. Okay. First things first. Most importantly. You can slide that up, but if you fall, the weight will come down on that persic knot and it'll hold you. All right. First thing you do is you lift that up with your feet, pull it up, stand up, and then move this one up. Pull it up with your feet, stand up, move this one up. Put your weight on the back, it locks it into the tree. Bring the feet up, stand up, bring this one up. Because this stand penetrates the bark with these little spikes, that's what makes this stand so secure. But you can see it pierces the bark of a tree. So for that reason, you're required to have written landowner's permission, which I have in my pocket. And really, if you look at this, I mean, it's no worse than what a woodpecker would do. And I always choose a hemlock that has some other damage on it so that I'm not doing any damage to what could be considered a money tree. Sit down, make sure everything's locked in good. Slide my rope all the way up. Well, it's just about 9 o'clock. I got in this tree stand at about, I guess it was 6:15 by the time I got settled in. Lost my hat when I was trying to put my face mask on. So that's down on the ground down below, but that doesn't really matter. Didn't see anything this morning. Kind of surprised about that. I was thinking about pulling this stand out today, but I think I'm going to leave it. I really like this location. And if you're wondering why I put this tree stand here, let me show you a little bit. Obviously, you've seen it from the head mount, but there's this stream that runs up this hill. And one of the things things I've come to learn over the years is that all kinds of game follows waterways, but more importantly, about 300 or 400 yards up that way, there's a saddle that runs up through here, and there's a couple of ridge tops. For about the last 4 years, I've been getting pictures of a big buck. Probably the biggest buck I've ever seen in New Hampshire. I actually call him Mr. Big. And I discovered him accidentally one year, and then I spent the next 3 years trying to figure him out. So in 2015, I got the first pictures of him. Set up, I don't know, half a dozen cameras in different areas. I got pictures of him in velvet in 2016. But I got a lot of pictures of him in 17, also in velvet. And he was running the same pattern. So I figured if he was up on that ridge and he was coming down, maybe he'd follow this waterway up. So that's why I set this tree stand up in here last year. I got pictures of him in 2018. And then in 2019, nothing. And I really was surprised that I got pictures of him in 2018 because I figured he was going to succumb to the winters. The size of this buck, he's got to be a 8 or 9 year old deer, and for New Hampshire, that's really old. Well, I think maybe this last winter he might have succumbed to the winter because even though I had cameras in all the normal spots, never got a picture of him. So I'm going to leave this stand here, and I'm going to hunt it a few more times, and see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time we're out in the woods, and hopefully we'll have a little better luck. See ya. All right, I just saw a bear coming down this hill. On. I'm guessing those trees out there. That looks at about 50 yards. I swore he was going to come straight down here and cross this. That's about 25 yards. I guesstimated this rock here to be 35 yards. I was hoping he'd come across here, somewhere between here. Man. He might have just been running parallel to this and crossed over there. That's pretty cool. Well, always keep your release on when you're walking out. You don't have to have an arrow nocked, but have one ready. Keep your release on. I had to dig mine out of my pocket. Whew. That's exciting. I love being in the woods, man. Nothing like it. I feel sorry for you guys who watch my channel who aren't hunters. Well, this is why you want to keep your camera running all the time when you're walking in or out. That little bear I thought I saw up the hill Oh, I say little, he wasn't very little. I got down, got my arrow knocked, and got my release on, and he never did cross the trail in front of me. Now I'm about maybe 300 yards farther down the trail, and that sucker just blasted across this trail, full blast. Of course, I didn't have the camera on. He's going over that way. So my neighbor, Kid Charlie, he runs bear dogs. He's got to be, I mean, it's Saturday. He's got to be either bow hunting or running his dogs today. But if he's around, I'm going to tell him about this bear, because it looked like a pretty good sized bear. And maybe he can bring the dogs in and give it a go. That was cool. Oh, leave the camera running all the time. Man. Just sent a text to my my buddy Charlie, see if he was bow hunting or if he was running his bear dogs, and unfortunately for him, he's working. So yeah, that bear will just roam for another day, and hopefully we'll get a better look at him next time. I'm out of here. I got family visiting for the weekend. I want to just get out for 3 hours or so this morning, and mission accomplished. And we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.